The news of the rat mutant's death reached the nearest command post. A blonde delivered the news to Lu Qian, the dark-haired girl, with her earpiece. Lu Qian was relieved to hear that. She wanted to thank that extraordinaire face-to-face. But the blonde didn't know who it was, as Ming He was an unregistered extraordinaire. Leaving aside this matter, they had another problem to worry about. To find out the source of the pollution. If they didn't find and destroy any soon, then more and more mutant creatures were going to emerge and attack the southern city. As of now, all they could do is evacuate everybody from the city and initiate a lockdown in the polluted zone. Moving to the rescue station, the nurse praised Ming's heroics as she dressed the wounds on his hand. Beside them, a woman was yelling at a man in an armored suit. She wanted to go inside the lockdown area to save her brother, who was left behind in the hospital in a coma. The man didn't allow her to go inside as it was dangerous to be there. But the woman pleaded to let her go inside to save her young brother, who was left all alone in a hospital full of mutants. She revealed that her brother's name was Ming He and he didn't even pop his cherry yet. Wiping away her tears, she made up her mind that some way or the other she would find a way to reach him, and if he were to die then she would die along with him. Unknown to her, Ming was sitting beside her all along and was listening to their conversation. He stood up and faced her. The woman was stunned for a moment. Then she flung herself onto him with glee. All her worries got replaced with relief and happiness. Ming recalled the past year when his sister struggled day and night to pay for his hospital fees and to take care of him. She worked multiple jobs a day to make ends meet, and she didn't care as long as there was the hope of her brother making out alive. She was even fine with paying hospital fees all her life if her brother were to never wake up. Ming uttered a few words reassuring her that he was now awake and thanked her for all the hard work she went through the past year. But his sister was already in tears, crying out all the pain away from her heart. The next morning, Ming woke up to the bright sun rays in his room. There was some breakfast ready for him on the table, along with a note his sister had left. The note said that she was going to work as the hospital bills were still not paid, and also to take care of himself. Ming's mind was now filled with thoughts of how expensive the hospital bills were, along with the haircut he got the day before. It must have been very hard for her sister to work 3 jobs a day and work almost a complete day. She looked more exhausted and sick compared to a sick person like himself. He wanted to earn money now so that he could give his sister a better life to live. Ming ate his breakfast while watching the news on television. His attention was caught by the headline which promised a huge reward for finding the source of the pollution. With that much money, Ming could pay the credit card bill, and the hospital bill, buy a new house, and still have enough left to buy new clothes and makeup products for his sister. Now the question was, where is the source of the pollution? Mostly, the mutated monsters emerged from the city's underground. Since the hospital area was most affected, the source must be somewhere near it. Ming had to personally go there and search for it. In that same process, he could kill the monsters on his way and make money, as well as train himself to gain combat experience. Changing into his clothes, Ming arrived at the bounty lobby. A woman in a uniform approached him and told him everything he needed to know. He had to pass many tests to become a higher rank and a super evolution hunter. So, she took him to the training area where his abilities were to be tested. When asked, Ming informed the woman that his ability was fist. So, she took him to a robot target. He had to punch using his full strength so that the robot could analyze his power, and according to the results, he would be graded. The robot's limit was from 0 to 1,200 and the number 800 was displayed on the screen. Ming thought that 800 kilograms was the passing grade, so it could be a close call for him. He clenched his hand into a fist and gave it his all when punching the robot target. The sound produced from that punch caught everyone's attention as they looked toward Ming. A piece of metal from the robot's torso fell on the ground with a clank and surprised the woman in uniform. The number 1,000 kilograms was displayed on the screen. That was his punch's strength. Ming was half-heartedly happy with the results, as he thought that he barely passed. People yelled at him. The fact unknown to Ming was that he broke the record of 800 kilograms for a trainee test, setting a new bar of 1,000 for others. As a reward for breaking a record, Ming received a reward of $1,000. The woman let him know that there were more rewards that awaited him if he broke the records in other tests as well. Though he wasn't assigned any rank yet, this reward was a motivation for him to move forward in the ranks and earn money. Ming went to the monster's infected site. There were many heroes waiting by the gate and looking around in search of new members to join their group. He was surprised by the number of people who were after the bounty. A guy approached Ming and asked him if he would like to join their team, the Crimson Eagles. Ming agreed. Then, the guy asked Ming to show his badge. When he found out that Ming was just a starlight rank intern, he rejected him from joining his team and advised him to train more. Standing, Ming wondered if his rank was too low. A woman noticed him. She was one of his former classmates and was sitting on a bench with her other classmates. All of them recognized Ming as the loser who couldn't pass the exam, and also as the guy who got shunned by a group because his rank was too low. The woman woke up and called out his name. Ming approached them and talked about his recovery and other things. He revealed that he was in urgent need of money to pay off his medical bills. But the guy with light blue hair, whose name was Shuezheng, made fun of him for dreaming big with a weak physique and no combat skills. The woman, Lin Yuyu, agreed with him, but also she asked Ming if he would like to join their group so that they could protect him. Ming realized that his classmates were the same as ever, who still looked down on him. There was a conflict brewing inside him. Also, the officials prohibited low-rankers such as himself from entering the area alone, so he needed to join a team, which was hard for him to find. Their classmates saw Ming as the paralyzed patient who had been lying in bed for the past year and didn't care even if he heard them talking. At last, they allowed Ming to join their group for the role of mascot, hoping that he could at least bring their group some luck.